Hello, in this video, we're focusing on the practical concepts that you can actually apply in the real business world. Hope you enjoy it. Let's get on with it. Bringing a new product from idea to market is a complex and risky process that requires balancing creativity with discipline, speed with careful evaluation, and innovation with financial responsibility. Without a clear structure, projects often face unclear goals, wasted resources, or even failure late in development. The stage gate process, created by Dr. Robert G. Cooper, helps companies manage this by breaking product development into specific phases separated by decision points called gates. At each gate, the project is thoroughly reviewed to decide whether to move forward, make changes, or stop. This method helps organizations improve their chances of success, reduce risk, and use their resources wisely. In this presentation, we'll explore how the stage gate process works, why it's valuable, how it's applied in real-world situations, and what its strengths and limits are, aiming to provide a clear guide for turning ideas into successful product launches. Stage gate process helps manage new product development by dividing the journey from idea to launch into clear stages, with decision points called gates in between. These gates allow leaders to review progress and decide if the project should move forward based on set criteria. The process is designed around key principles, reducing risk by validating ideas early, making incremental investments as risks decrease, encouraging teamwork across departments like marketing, R&D, and finance, and relying on data rather than just intuition for decisions. This structured approach ensures that resources focus on the most promising ideas. Typically, the process starts with stage 0, called discovery, where opportunities are identified through activities like observing market trends, understanding customer problems, and running brainstorming sessions. At this early point, no significant investment is made. The first gate after this stage is the idea screen, which helps decide if an idea should enter more formal development. The diagram shows how these stages and gates flow from discovery through to launch and post-launch review. The first gate is designed as a quick and low-cost way to assess if an idea fits with our strategic goals and has basic market and technical feasibility. We ask some key questions here, like whether the idea aligns with our strategy, if there's a clear customer problem it solves, and if it's technically plausible. Only ideas that show clear potential move forward. In stage 1, called scoping, the team conducts a preliminary investigation, which includes high-level market research and an initial technical review. They estimate market size, analyze competitors, assess feasibility, and make rough financial projections to decide if deeper investment is worthwhile. Then we reach gate 2, where leaders decide if the opportunity deserves serious commitment. This involves evaluating market attractiveness, competitive advantage, a preliminary business case, and risk profile. Projects not meeting these criteria are paused or stopped early, saving time and resources. Moving into stage 2, the focus shifts to developing a detailed business case. Here, the team defines the product, target market, value proposition, development plan, and financial forecasts. This stage is critical for setting a strong foundation before making further commitments. At this point, the project reaches a major decision stage where substantial investment begins. Leadership decides whether to commit full resources to development based on the strength of the business case, how strategically important the project is, and whether the necessary resources are available. Only projects with high potential move forward past this gate. During development, the product is designed, built, and tested internally. Key activities include engineering and design, creating prototypes, conducting internal tests, and planning marketing and sales efforts. It's important that different teams work closely together throughout this phase. After development, the next step is a gate where the organization reviews whether the product is ready for customer testing and exposure. At this stage, the focus is on testing and validating the product under real-world conditions to ensure its performance, development quality, and readiness for the market. This includes activities like pilot launches, beta testing with customers, manufacturing trials, and final marketing validation. The goal here is to minimize risks before the full launch by catching any issues early. Once testing is successful, the final decision gate is reached, where decision makers review customer feedback, production readiness, and sales and support capabilities to authorize a full market launch. Following this approval, the product enters the launch stage where it is fully commercialized with support from marketing, sales, and operations. Post-launch reviews help capture valuable learnings for future projects. This stage gate process significantly improves resource allocation by allowing companies to invest incrementally and avoid wasting resources on weak ideas, which is especially important in high-cost or research-driven industries. Ultimately, it leads to higher product success rates by ensuring each step is carefully assessed before moving forward. Early screening and validation help catch potential problems early in the process when they are cheaper and easier to fix, reducing the risk of costly failures down the line. The stage gate process ensures each project aligns with the company's overall strategy, preventing innovation from drifting toward less impactful ideas and keeping efforts focused on high-value opportunities. It also promotes collaboration across different departments, breaking down silos and improving the quality of execution. Executives benefit from greater visibility into the innovation pipeline, which supports better planning and governance. For example, a global consumer goods firm uses StageGate to sift through hundreds of product ideas, allowing only those with strong market demand and profitability potential to move forward. In the pharmaceutical industry, drug development follows a similar pattern, with clinical trial phases as stages and regulatory reviews as gates, helping to manage financial risks and ensure product safety. Lastly, an industrial manufacturing company successfully reduced failed product launches by validating customer needs early, which lowered redesign costs and boosted customer satisfaction after launch. To implement the stage gate process effectively, it's important to start by defining clear objective criteria for each gate. This ensures decisions are based on measurable standards, which improves the quality of those decisions. The people making gate decisions should be senior leaders who have real authority over resources and priorities, rather than committees trying to reach consensus. It's also key to foster a culture where stopping projects early, if they don't show promise, is treated as a positive step rather than a failure. At the same time, the process should remain flexible and be adjusted depending on how complex the product is, since not every project requires the same level of rigor. Another critical aspect is continuously integrating customer feedback throughout all stages, not just during testing, so the product aligns with real needs. The advantages of following this approach include reducing financial and strategic risks, increasing transparency and accountability, encouraging disciplined innovation, preventing resource overload, improving decision-making quality, and ensuring innovation supports overall strategy. When done well, the stage gate process boosts both innovation efficiency and business outcomes. Downside of the stage gate process is that it can slow down innovation, especially in markets that move quickly, because too much bureaucracy can hold up decisions. It also doesn't work as well for radical or highly uncertain innovations, since these may not fit easily into a set sequence of stages. Another risk is that teams might spend too much time on documentation instead of actually experimenting and testing ideas. Additionally, some organizations that prioritize speed or value entrepreneurial freedom may push back against the formal controls that StageGate introduces. To address these challenges, many companies blend the StageGate process with more flexible approaches like agile or lean methods, particularly during the early phases of innovation. The stage gate process is a solid way to turn ideas into successful products by breaking down development into clear stages and making decisions carefully at each step. This approach helps reduce risks, use resources wisely, and increase the chances of success by keeping everything organized and measured. While it might not be perfect for every situation, especially fast-changing or very uncertain environments, it remains a key method for product management when used with some flexibility. For companies that want to balance being innovative with staying accountable, the stage gate process offers a dependable and scalable method to guide products from initial idea all the way to launch with confidence and control. If you found this video useful, there's plenty of more business and finance videos on the channel that you'll enjoy watching and get great practical value from. In the meantime, thanks for watching.